Commander Thea Blackwood stood at the observation deck of the Stellar Research Station Omega, her dark eyes fixed on the endless expanse of stars before her. For centuries, humanity had been viewed as nothing more than cosmic children, stumbling their first steps into the vast galactic community. The advanced species that dominated the stars treated Earth's achievements with patronizing amusement, but Thea knew everything was about to change. The signal had arrived 3 days ago. At first, it appeared to be nothing more than background radiation, a whisper among the cosmic noise. But Thea's team, particularly the brilliant quantum physicist Dr. Arjun Patel, had noticed something unusual in its pattern. The signal pulsed with mathematical precision, carrying information far too complex to be natural. "Commander," Dr. Patel's voice crackled through her comm unit, "you need to see this immediately." The urgency in his usually calm voice made Thea's heart race as she hurried to the quantum lab. The laboratory hummed with energy as holographic displays filled the air with cascading data. Dr. Patel's hands danced across the interface, his expression a mixture of awe and disbelief. "We've decoded the first layer of the signal," he announced as Thea entered. "It's not just a message, it's a blueprint." Before them, the holographic display transformed into the sleek lines of a warship unlike anything humanity had ever conceived. Its design defied conventional physics, incorporating technology that made their most advanced vessels look like ancient sailing ships in comparison. "The power requirements alone should be impossible," muttered Dr. Patel, "but the mathematics check out perfectly. Someone wanted us to find this." News of the discovery spread quickly through the station. Lieutenant Sofia Rodriguez, head of security, immediately implemented information containment protocols. But it was too late. Within hours, the Halician Empire's surveillance network had detected unusual activity around the station. The Halicians, with their crystalline bodies and centuries of technological supremacy, had long been humanity's most condescending observers. Their ambassador, First Speaker Luminaris, demanded an immediate audience with Earth's United Council. Thea knew they had precious little time. How long would it take to begin construction? She asked Professor Weizong, their leading engineering specialist. The professor studied the blueprints intently, her augmented eyes scanning through countless calculations. "With our current facilities, months, maybe years." "But Commander," she hesitated, "there's something else. These designs, they're adaptive. They're meant to interface with and enhance our existing technology. Someone didn't just give us a blueprint. They gave us a key to unlock our potential." As the station buzzed with activity, First Speaker Luminaris's crystalline form materialized in the communication chamber, its faceted surface refracting light in patterns that conveyed both curiosity and concern. "We are aware of your recent discovery." The being's thoughts translated directly into their minds. "The Council of Elder Races strongly advises against pursuing this technology." But humanity had spent too long being told what they couldn't do. The United Council's response was unanimous. Construction would begin immediately. Hidden shipyards across the solar system were activated, and Earth's best minds were quietly recruited. The Halicians weren't the only ones watching. The nomadic Vorteni traders whispered of movement in the darker corners of the galaxy. Ancient races that hadn't shown interest in galactic politics for millennia began shifting their automated sentinel platforms closer to human space. As Thea reviewed the security footage from the quantum lab late that night, she noticed something that had escaped their initial analysis. The signal wasn't just complex, it was elegant. Every piece of data was structured with an efficiency that spoke of intelligence far beyond their understanding. More importantly, it seemed specifically designed for human technology to receive and decode. "Someone chose us," she realized, speaking the words aloud to the empty room. But why? The answer would have to wait. Warning signals flashed across her terminal. Multiple unidentified vessels had just appeared at the edge of the solar system. The Halicians had decided that waiting was no longer an option. Thea's hand didn't shake as she activated the station's emergency protocols. Humanity's window of opportunity was closing fast, but they had already committed to their course. The warship's blueprints were being transmitted to secure facilities across Earth, even as the alien fleet approached. The race to reshape the galaxy had begun, and humanity was no longer content to watch from the sidelines. Chief Engineer Raven Nakamura wiped the sweat from her brow as she studied the holographic schematics floating before her. The massive construction bay of the Luna Deep Space Facility stretched out below her observation platform, humming with the combined effort of thousands of workers and automated systems. The mysterious warship was taking shape, its hull gleaming under the harsh industrial lights. 3 months had passed since the signal's discovery, and humanity had thrown everything they had into this project. The Halicians' attempted interference had only strengthened Earth's resolve. "Status report on the quantum core," Raven asked, her voice carrying across the facility's secure communication network. Her deputy, Technical Director Omar Hassan, responded immediately from his station near the ship's growing heart. "The containment field is stable, but we're seeing some unusual energy signatures," Omar reported. "It's as if the core is adapting to our power grid, learning from it." The excitement in his voice was unmistakable. Raven descended to the main construction level, passing through multiple security checkpoints. The project had attracted unwanted attention from various galactic powers, and Security Chief Benedict Wong had transformed the facility into an impregnable fortress. As she approached the quantum core chamber, Raven noticed the subtle vibrations in the air. The technology they were working with defied conventional physics, yet somehow felt natural, almost organic in its responses to their modifications. "Look at this," Omar called out, gesturing to a complex display of energy patterns. "The core's efficiency has increased by 300% since last week. It's not just accepting our modifications, it's improving them." Before Raven could respond, an alarm blared through the facility. Chief Wong's voice cut through the noise. "Unidentified energy signature detected in Sector 7. All personnel clear the area immediately." Raven and Omar rushed to the sector in question, where a section of the ship's hull had begun to emit a soft, pulsing light. As they watched, the metal seemed to flow like liquid, restructuring itself into a more efficient configuration. "It's not just a ship," Raven breathed, understanding dawning in her eyes. "It's a teaching tool. Everything we learn from building it advances our technology exponentially." She activated her neural link to the facility's main database, documenting the phenomenon in real time. The discovery energized the construction teams. Over the next few weeks, similar instances of technological evolution appeared throughout the ship. Each challenge they faced seemed to unlock new understanding, pushing human engineering beyond its previous limitations. But not everyone welcomed this rapid advancement. The Astral Concordat, a coalition of elder races, had dispatched observers to the solar system's edge. Their presence was a constant reminder of the galaxy's growing unease with humanity's project. Then came the breach attempt. A team of Shadowkin infiltrators, their phase-shifted bodies nearly invisible to normal detection methods, attempted to penetrate the facility's defenses. They were caught not by human security systems, but by the ship itself. The vessel's hull had generated an energy field that forced the infiltrators back into normal space, leaving them easily captured. "The ship protected us," Security Chief Wong noted during the emergency meeting that followed. "It's as if it recognized the threat and acted independently." Raven spent countless hours studying the incident, working closely with Dr. Indira Sethi, their lead quantum theorist. Together, they began to understand that the ship wasn't just a weapon. It was a key to unlocking humanity's potential. As the final phases of construction approached, the facility received an unexpected visitor. Ambassador Kalin of the Primordial Assembly, one of the galaxy's oldest civilizations, arrived unannounced. The ancient being's form shifted like smoke as it observed their work. "You do not yet understand what you have been given," the ambassador's thoughts echoed in their minds. "The ship is more than a tool of war. It is a test, and your response to its power will determine humanity's place in the greater cosmic design." Raven stood her ground before the ancient entity, We understand more than you think. This ship isn't just about power. It's about evolution. About proving that humanity deserves its place among the stars. The ambassador's form rippled, a gesture that might have been approval or concern. "Then prove it," came the response, and the being vanished as mysteriously as it had appeared. As Raven returned to her work, she couldn't shake the feeling that they were approaching a turning point. The ship was nearly complete, its systems pulsing with power that humans were only beginning to comprehend. Soon, they would learn if they were truly ready for the responsibility they had been given. Captain Diana Sterling felt the gentle hum of the warship's quantum core resonating through the command chair. After months of preparation, the vessel, christened Prometheus, was about to face its first true test. The Nexari battle fleet had appeared without warning at the edge of human space, their biomechanical ships moving with predatory grace. "Multiple hostile signatures detected," announced First Officer Jamal Bishop, his hands moving steadily across the tactical display. "The Nexari fleet is maintaining attack formation. No response to our hails." The Nexari were infamous throughout the galaxy, a species that had evolved beyond the need for diplomacy. They saw other civilizations as nothing more than resources to be harvested, their technology incorporating the best elements of those they conquered. "All stations, combat ready," Diana ordered, her voice calm despite the tension. The bridge crew responded with practiced efficiency. Weapons Officer Yuki Tanaka confirmed the ship's advanced defense systems were online, while navigation specialist Gabriel Santos plotted potential escape vectors. The Prometheus's sensors picked up energy spikes from the Nexari vessels. They were preparing to attack, likely believing they had caught humanity's newest weapon before it was ready for combat. They were wrong. "Defensive screens at maximum," Diana commanded. "Let's show them what this ship can do." The first Nexari blast struck the Prometheus's shields, a direct hit that would have vaporized any normal vessel. The energy was absorbed, redistributed, and channeled back into the ship's systems, exactly as the mysterious blueprints had promised. "Shields holding at 98%, reported Yuki, unable to hide her amazement. "The ship is learning from their attack patterns." Diana watched as the tactical display updated, showing new targeting solutions based on the Nexari's demonstrated capabilities. The ship wasn't just defending itself, it was analyzing the enemy, adapting its systems in real time. "Return fire, full spectrum response," Diana ordered. The Prometheus's weapons activated, unleashing energy patterns that shifted and changed even as they struck their targets. The Nexari's biological shields, famous for their adaptability, failed under the assault. 3 enemy ships disappeared in flashes of light, their remains scattered across space. The remaining Nexari vessels regrouped, altering their attack pattern. Their next assault came from multiple vectors, a coordinated strike designed to overwhelm any defensive system. But the Prometheus was ready. Its hull rippled with energy, generating interference patterns that disrupted the Nexari's targeting systems. The enemy fire went wide, missing the human vessel entirely. "They're launching boarding pods," Jamal reported urgently. "Biomechanical entities detected. They're trying to infiltrate the ship." Diana had prepared for this possibility. "Activate internal defense grid. Security teams to all potential breach points." The ship's internal systems came alive, creating energy barriers that trapped the Nexari boarding parties in their entry points. The battle continued, a dance of advanced technology and tactical innovation. The Nexari, famous for their ability to adapt to any opponent, found themselves facing an enemy that evolved faster than they could counter. "Captain," Gabriel called out, his voice tight with concern, "the Nexari flagship is charging their main weapon. Energy readings are off the scale." Diana watched as the massive alien vessel's forward section split open, revealing a weapon that seemed to bend space itself. The blast that emerged was like a miniature sun, heading straight for the Prometheus. "All power to forward shields," Diana ordered. "Brace for impact." The hit was devastating, pushing the human ship back through space. Warning signals blared across the bridge as systems struggled to compensate. But then something unexpected happened. The Prometheus began to absorb the energy, its quantum core pulsing with newfound power. "Captain," the ship, "it's not just defending against their weapon. It's understanding it, improving on it," Yuki reported in awe. Diana didn't hesitate. "Redirect that energy. Show them what happens when they underestimate humanity." The Prometheus's response was beyond anything they had trained for. The ship channeled the absorbed energy through its weapons array, creating a blast that tore through the Nexari fleet like paper. When the light faded, only the human vessel remained, surrounded by the scattered remains of their would-be conquerors. As the bridge crew caught their breath, a message appeared on Diana's personal display. It was written in an ancient script, one that predated known galactic civilization. "First trial completed. The true test begins." Diana looked out at the star-filled expanse before them, understanding that this battle had been more than just a defense of human space. It was a demonstration, not just to the Nexari, but to the galaxy at large. Humanity was ready to claim its place among the stars, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Admiral Harrison Wells stood before the Grand Council of Galactic Nations, his weathered face illuminated by the soft glow of countless alien technologies. The defeat of the Nexari fleet had sent shockwaves through the galaxy, forcing this unprecedented gathering of species. The circular chamber was filled with representatives from every major civilization, their forms ranging from crystalline structures to pure energy beings. The Prometheus floated in high orbit above the neutral world of Centauri Prime, its presence both a protection and a promise. The ship had evolved far beyond its original design, each battle and encounter adding to its capabilities. But today wasn't about showing power, it was about choosing how to use it. The human vessel's capabilities exceed anything we have seen in 50,000 years, declared High Elder Voss of the Quantum Collective, their form shifting between multiple dimensions. Such power cannot be left unchecked. Diplomatic Coordinator Mira Patel, standing beside Wells, stepped forward. Her voice carried the weight of humanity's future as she addressed the assembly. "We didn't ask for this ship. It was given to us, and we have proven worthy of its trust. Every test, every battle, has shown that humanity seeks not to conquer, but to protect." The chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated voices and telepathic projections. The Halicians demanded the ship be surrendered to neutral custody. The Vorteni traders proposed a power-sharing agreement. The ancient primordials watched in silence, their cosmic consciousness evaluating every word. Suddenly, the chamber's advanced systems detected a new presence. A being of pure light materialized in the center of the room, its form reminiscent of flowing data streams. The assembly fell silent. "I am Archive," the entity announced, its voice resonating in all known languages simultaneously. "We are the ones who sent the blueprint to humanity. The time has come to explain why." Wells felt a chill run down his spine. After all this time, they would finally learn the truth. "Our civilization existed before your youngest stars were born," Archive continued. "We saw empires rise and fall, watched as power corrupted even the noblest species. When our time came to transcend this plane of existence, we left behind tests, keys to unlock the true potential of worthy civilizations." The entity's light pulsed with ancient knowledge. "The ship you call Prometheus is more than a weapon. It is a mirror reflecting the true nature of those who wield it. Humanity, despite their youth, showed something unique: the ability to advance without losing their essence, to gain power without succumbing to its temptations." Images appeared around the chamber, showing the ship's journey. The careful construction under Raven Nakamura, where human ingenuity worked in harmony with advanced technology. The battle against the Nexari, where Captain Sterling chose to disable rather than destroy when possible. Every decision, every moment, had been part of the test. "The ship's evolution is tied to humanity's own growth," Archive explained. "It does not simply obey commands. It responds to wisdom, to compassion, to the balance between strength and restraint." These are the qualities that will guide the galaxy's future. The assembly stirred, understanding dawning across 1,000 alien minds. The Prometheus wasn't just a defensive tool, it was a blueprint for a new kind of galactic civilization. "We offer humanity full membership in the Galactic Council," announced the primordial representative, breaking millennia of silence. Not because of the ship's power, but because of how they chose to use it. Wells stepped forward, his voice firm. "We accept, but with a condition. The technology of the Prometheus must be shared, not hoarded. Its purpose is to unite, not to divide." Archive's form brightened. "And that, above all, is why humanity was chosen. You understand that true power lies not in weapons, but in the wisdom to know when not to use them." The entity's light began to fade. "The ship will continue to evolve, as will humanity. Use this gift wisely. The galaxy's next chapter begins now." As Archive vanished, the chamber erupted in discussion. Treaties were proposed, alliances reformed. The galaxy was changing, and humanity, once dismissed as cosmic children, would help guide that change. Wells looked out at the assembled species, seeing not potential enemies, but future partners. The Prometheus had started as a mystery, became a symbol of power, and now would serve as a bridge between civilizations. In the space above, the ship's quantum core pulsed with new energy, ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. The test was complete, but humanity's journey was just beginning. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter, illuminating the path to a future where power and wisdom walked hand in hand.